MJ, back at the Uniball feels like a lifetime. Are you looking forward to being back out there and playing?
Yeah, I think someone was saying before it's been about 6 weeks now, so we're all looking forward to get back on home soil now, and hopefully tomorrow we can send the fans home happy.
Yeah, I mentioned it to the manager earlier. It might be forgotten we've had a tough run, but the home form going into that run's been very good. You've won games here in the league. You advanced in the Papa John's at home, and so hopefully those feelings will come back to you.
Yeah, that's our aim now. Is to we've got 2 games at home now, and we want to take maximum points from them. Like you said, we've had a good home form recently, so we're looking to carry that on tomorrow.
Yeah, they won't be easy games. Wycombe are going well. Ipswich have picked up, but as you showed at Rotherham on New Year's Day, albeit sadly you weren't back in the side at that point, that you've competed with the top sides in this division. It's just a case of turning the fine margins in your favour.
Yeah, we have. Like you said, then with the Rotherham game, I was watching from home, and I thought the lads, stood up to the challenge brilliantly. And it's going to be the same tomorrow night. We've got to stand up to the challenge that's ahead. And then obviously put our stamp on the game. We have, up against the top teams that are up at the top this season. The Ipswich one, I remember we obviously won 5-2. And that was a brilliant day, and they're the days that we want back, and starting from tomorrow.
How frustrating was that to come back from the injury and then COVID struck? I mean, thankfully you weren't too poorly, but of course it kept you out for a spell.
Yeah, it was frustrating, because I come back from the injury feeling good, and then obviously played the Acton game, and I was looking forward to have a good run then, but obviously I got COVID, which was a shame, but I've recovered quite quickly from that, and I'm just looking forward now to get back on home soil, and hopefully we can get the win tomorrow night.
It is Wycombe again. Played down there, lost 1-0 in a very tight game, a decent performance. Unfortunately, that was the day that you dislocated your shoulder. I mean, that must have been a pretty sickening blow at the time. Touch wood, it's not turned out quite as bad as it might have looked.
Yeah, I think on the day, I thought it was going to be worse than I expected, but I remember going to see the surgeon, and I did recover quickly from that. I'm feeling good and feeling strong. So obviously that day was a big blow for myself. But I'm sure now that's behind me, and I can have a good end to the season.
As a player who never misses games, you'd never missed a league game up to that point, so I suppose that made it equally difficult. Did you know what to do with yourself?
I didn't know what to do with myself. I found it hard, watching. But I thought the boys did brilliant when obviously when I wasn't in the team. Or been around it, but like you said, obviously I didn't miss a game, and I was delighted with that, because I think in the past that I've missed probably too many games with the past injuries I had, and I felt like I was in good form at the time, but I'm back now, and hopefully I can have a good end.
It has been a tough run, but we're only halfway through the season. I know it's about results, we can do all the talking, but still plenty to play for, and it's over the whole half season to go. Are you still optimistic?
Yeah, there's a lot to play for. Obviously it looks like we're far off, but if you put a few good wins together, I'm sure you can climb up that table, and everything looks a lot brighter than it has been. But yeah, I think now we've just got to get our heads down, put the work in, and show how good of players we are, because we are a good team. Start the season we showed that. Obviously then we picked a few injuries up and stuff like that, and it was difficult, but I think now we've got the squad's back. You can see on the pitch that everyone's obviously fighting for a place in this team, and that's the competition we need. It's only going to push us further. So yeah, we're all looking forward now to obviously get back and play tomorrow night, and hopefully we get the win.
Talking about competition, you came in this time last year, or at the end of the January transfer window. The team changed quite a bit. That really gave the impetus to go forward. Still some very good players here as well, but new bodies in can only help and maybe have the same sort of transformation as last year. Yeah,
of course. I think it lifts the training. New lads coming in. And the lads that have already been here. You've got to obviously fight for your position, and but it's only good, it's healthy competition, and if we're adding quality to the squad, it's only going to help us going forward. And the 2 signings we have made, they have been really good, and yeah, we're just looking forward now to obviously working as a team and getting back out there.
Doyle has left us for all the right reasons, of course, for himself and for the club to move forward, and your other close pal Geth's become vice captain, so things evolve in football all the time, and I'm sure you're pleased for Geth and pleased to see him getting back towards fitness.
Yeah, I'm made up for Geth. He's been through a tough time, especially with his mum, and obviously being out injured, but Gethin deserves that role. He's a real leader. He's a top guy around the training ground. He leads by example, and you know, we're all looking forward to him to get back on that pitch, because before his injury he was absolutely outstanding for us. So yeah, I'm delighted for him, and you know, I'm sure he'll step up to the role.